G'day guys, how you doing? Jono Lester here, showing you through the new Petronas SLS AMG with my new SONY action cam. So as you can see over my shoulder here, all of our belts are tied up out of the way with these bungee cords. We run a 6-point harness, which is pretty standard fare with any race car these days. One of the things with this car is that the seat is actually fixed. We don't have the ability to move the seat when we're doing a driver change, but instead the entire pedal box is on a sliding rail. So this little device here, we're able to push forward when we're doing a driver change, and it brings the pedals forward or further away from us. Now if we look at the steering wheel in front of me here, we've got our paddle shifts down and up, which we use with no clutch while we're out on the track, so we're left foot braking the whole time. We've got our pit in button here, so when we press that, the car is limited to its pit lane speed so that we don't speed in the pit lane. Flashes here for lap traffic, which blinks the front lights to warn people when we're coming past. Obviously our radio to communicate back with the pits. Drink bottle here, and then we're able to scroll through our dash with this button here. We've also got a button down the bottom to hook neutral when we're coming into the pits. So looking at the dash in front of us, in fact first we'll have a look at this instrument cluster, which has got even more buttons and bells and whistles. So this little green dial here is our brake bias, allows us to adjust how much brake is applied to the front or the rear of the car. Beside that we've got a fuel reset, which we use when we come in and do a pit stop and the car's topped up. 3 different engine mappings for how rich or lean the fuel mixture is. Then we've got our ABS and our traction control. Now each of these are on a dial with 14 settings, which we're able to adjust while we're out on the car, and then we also have the ability to flick both of them off if required. Up top here, the usual headlights, rain lights, aircon and fans, which blow through these big vents here. And then down here is where the real action happens. We've got our ignition, our engine start, a lever which is locked out for reverse gear if we ever need it. There's our power on there, and then we've got a selection of spare fuses and blinkers, and of course the one we don't want to be using, which is the fire extinguisher. So if we fire on the ignition here and have a look at the dash, you'll see a little bit of what we're able to play with out on the circuit. So we've got the gear we're in, our RPM, our lap time difference, which we can set to any reference lap, and then a digital reading of where our ABS, our engine mapping and our traction set, how many laps we've done, what speed we're going, and also our fuel level here. So we're communicating back with the pits at all times while we're out on the circuit, and that's allowing us to obviously give them valuable information which tells a story over the course of a long distance race. So there's a little bit of an insight into our machine. We'll be out on the track soon here at Suzuka for my first drive on the circuit. Absolutely can't wait. Bring it on.